Well, thank you so much, Claudio. Best of luck this weekend. I really want to see you in day 2 and in the top 64, of course. And maybe you can go all the way again. That would be... What's your goal for the weekend?
A goal, I need to top again, because my last top is over like a year ago. I think YCS Paris was the last time.
And you know those Yu-Gi-Oh guys watching, if you didn't top last weekend, you're no longer, you don't exist in the community. They're like, who's this Claudio Kirchmeier guy he's talking to?
Watch out, I'm coming back.
All right, thank you so much. And
thank you,
like I said, best of luck this weekend. Welcome back to the coverage of YCS Bochum 2015, we should add, because it's the 3rd time we're here. I'm your host for the weekend, Oliver German, and I'm joined here by Rob Hooley.
Glad to be here.
And it's halftime. We have made it through 4 rounds of Swiss competition. We got 4 more rounds today.
Yep.
And as we pointed out earlier, round after round is going to be more competitive.
Yes, I believe it's, well, we're in round 4 at the moment.
5. This is the 5th. Standings after round 4. Yeah.
I am losing track of time. That's how today's going. Yeah, so as we were saying before, better decks are going to be coming up against the other better players, simply because of the way that the Swiss system works.
Absolutely. And some of you may assume that this means we're going to see Nekroz versus Nekroz, because this is a supposedly best deck. However, first of all, the 2 times we had Shadow on the stream, they wrecked.
Yep, completely won.
That's the first thing. And the other thing is, currently on 4-0, Mecha-Phantom Beast.
Mecha-Phantom Beast. Mecha-Phantom Beast got a new Synchro monster in World Superstars, which this person is playing. I've not seen Mecha-Phantom Beast played before, I'll be honest with you. So
ever, yeah. Not at the top tables, but like period.
But yeah, basically what they do is they summon a lot of tokens when they come out. Those tokens can be... All of the monsters gain levels equal to the same level as the tokens. So you can make big Xyz plays, things like Dracosac.
I've heard of that card.
Yeah, so Dracosac, it was like played for a while, yeah, definitely.
Interestingly enough, outside of
Mecha-Phantom Beast, yeah, definitely. And but now they've got a massive Synchro monster which clears their opponent's hand, sets quick play spell cards from the deck, stops the monsters being destroyed, which is a really nice level 9 monster.
There is an end to this effect text, right?
It's a really long effect text, I'll be honest with you. It's going to be nice to see it.
And I don't think that the opponent is going to be prepared. Speaking of players and opponents, on the one hand side, we got Nino Zimmermann, who is the German guy from Magdeburg, also a store owner, by the way. And he's running the Mecha-Phantom Beast. And his opponent is Simone from Italy, who is going with the elephant in the room, Nekroz. Yes.
Big blue elephant, ritually blue.
Very big blue elephant. Other players in competition at the time of this recording. Pironaski currently leading the field with 12 points, and then we got other guys. Oliver Lukenda, we've had him on the stream before. Umut Serin, somebody who we interviewed in Prague, for example, and one of the nicest guys on the circuit. And Nino is currently in 7th place. Other guys that you guys know are Paul Cooper, for example, but the problem is Paul is playing Nekroz, and we don't want to match up Nekroz versus Nekroz.
We might see a lot more Nekroz later, so it's going to be nice to... to have something really quite interesting now. Yeah,
and other players that I've heard before, Mario Tepeluk, a guy from Switzerland, for example, and Duke Grasse was doing well at the German National Championship in the past. Marcello Barberi, of course, the beast from Italy, also together with those other guys, undefeated, just like Ali Fabas, who we have had in our round 3 feature match, Ben Lovell, who we have had in our last feature match, and Jake Quincy, again tearing through the field.
Yes, I'm happy to see Jake doing very well again.
He's always going to these events, he's like, I'm going to take it home for England.
I hope he doesn't fall to the curse of Anubis again.
Last time that an English person won a YCS was in Brighton, if I'm not mistaken.
Which was quite a long time ago, which was Ping, I believe.
Jake wants to show that the UK is still there. All right, let's take you to the table where Nino and Simone are seated. Just to drop a few more names. It's a fun game. We're just looking at a list and how many names do we recognize.
Name drop.
Alpay Engin, Joshua Schmidt, and I think that's pretty much it. Dave Grabet also made the tops. And Fabio Polito, Federico Sopini, Federico Pastore. Okay, Italy's also going strong.
So Reborn Tango has hit the field.
What?
Yep, Reborn Tango.
I thought you were kidding. All right.
When it leaves the field, you can special summon another Reborn Tango.
Everybody knows Reborn Tango.
Yeah, everybody knows Reborn Tango. It's just been a long time since it's been allowed to be played in threes.
That's true. And Nino drew into a second copy.
And down goes a Senju that gets stopped by a Mistake.
Yes.
Mistake's such a big player in this meta, completely and totally. Mistake just shutting down most decks.
Right. Let's take a look at Simone's hand. Nekroz, Nekroz, Nekroz.
Lots of
Valkyrus,
Nekroz.
Clausulus, Gungnir, Kaleidoscope, and the Mirror.
And I don't believe there is actually anything can... Oh, of course he can Kaleidoscope. Sending...
Ooh, that's also an interesting play. Now, we don't see that often, to be honest.
This is the first time that I've ever seen Gungnir summoned. Like, Gungnir is usually just used for the discard effect, and
Yeah,
not
the
much
funny
else.
thing is, Nino has to read it. Although
Yeah.
he's 100%, he's familiar with Nekroz, but he's like, "What? You can summon
Yeah.
Gungnir?" Like,
Yeah. It's allowed to be summoned. It can happen.
yeah, and well, this is gonna be a big thing because it's an excellent option to get rid of Mistake, at least for a little while, because you can destroy it, not just for a little while, actually permanently.
Yeah. Well, there's others. It comes back like a vengeance, like a really cheesy TV villain. It's like, I'll get you next time. And then, next episode.
Next episode, yeah.
Next time on Nekroz.
All right.
Mistake.
So there's the second Reborn Tango coming out from Nino's deck. He's got the third copy in his hand, which is not very good news for
No,
him.
it is not.
And he's also got a Mega Raptor and a Tether Wolf.
Yes.
I love the names of the Phantom Beasts.
They're all based on actual planes and things like that. So they're really, really thematic, like Drakozak and
Yeah.
yeah.
So normally Gungnir only hits the field to, especially in a mirror match, to work around the Valkyrus play, where you want to attack for game. If you have like the advantage and you're pressing the advantage, the opponent only has one out, which would be Valkyrus. He discards Valkyrus, targets your attacking monster. You use Gungnir, destroy the attacking monster, and this way you can attack for game with your remaining monsters.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it has other appliances. It can get rid of a Mistake, for example. Good, good. So Simone is left with a Nekroz of Valkyrus, since he's currently searching, if I'm not mistaken.
Does it look that way?
Oh no, yeah, his deck is actually where it should be. So basically he ditched his entire hand. And there, guys, from the side. Nino drew into a Thunder King Ryo.
Okay. He's just reading that. I
And we got a
believe
little case of lost in translation.
that is the Tether Wolf.
Yes. And, well,
And here comes a Mecha-Phantom token. And, of course, it likes to not be able to be destroyed by card effects or by battle. And it can gain 800 attack by tributing that token.
until the end phase.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware that Ryan can read German.
Yes.
Okay.
Man of many talents.
Yeah, international man of mystery. Speaking of mystery, those cheeks.
Yes, he is hiding
Something,
Magic.
Something in there.
magic in the sideburns. That's what it is. It's the Millennium sideburns.
All right. I'm still feeling like Simone is missing some cards here. He's got a Valkyrus in hand and a Gungnir on the field. Is there something else? No, he used the ritual summon with the monster on the field. So
Yes, he did.
this is how he burned through all of his cards. And there is the Gungnir. Discarding the Valkyrus. Now he's no cards in hand, really.
No,
Oh.
he is.
He's literally putting everything on one card.
Yep.
And so far, that strategy seems to pay off. Nino is left with a Mega Raptor, Thunder King Ryo. And he takes some damage from the Gungnir on the following turn. And Simone did draw into another Nekroz of Valkyrus, I think.
Believe so. And here comes the Mega Raptor. And
Again,
there goes.
what does it do?
Yeah, there goes
First
Simone
question.
reading it.
Well, Ryan reading
Or
and
Ryan
translating it.
reading it,
Yeah. And you got the Mega Raptor for us?
Yes. It's when a token is special. When a token is special summoned to your side of the field, you special summon another token. You can use it once per turn. It's increased by the total levels of all of the Phantom Beast tokens you control. And when you got a token, it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Once per turn, tribute a token, add one Mecha-Phantom Beast monster from your deck to your hand.
So it's not doing much on its own.
Not at the moment as well, because Mistake is hampering.
Yeah.
But it also needs a token out, so it's it really isn't doing
That's
much.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So why would you summon it in an attack position?
That is a very good question. Let's find out.
He's got
He
another
obviously has a
face-down card that we are missing on the app.
Yes.
It
It was a scapegoat.
was a
And it has...
That would have been some tokens.
Yeah.
All right, well, Mystical... no, not Mystical Space Typhoon. Valkyros that got discarded for Gungnir, taking out the scapegoat. So Simone is, well, pressing the advantage, so to speak. It's interesting, he's only got Gungnir and nothing else. And this again shows how versatile the Nekroz deck really is. And keep in mind, Gungnir doesn't need to target a face-up card. It can also get rid of a face-down card.
But he just attacked there. And he set a card, which we're actually missing, I think. Okay, so he's setting another monster. Probably the Ryo.
Yeah. And
he also has another
Simone
card.
drew into Vanity's Emptiness, and he now drew into an Effect Veiler. And he also got the Senju.
Now he's playing the Senju, of course, which does nothing because of Mistake.
So I think we were missing one draw for Simone, because otherwise he wouldn't have that many cards, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, you got his field on the right-hand side. If you can't identify the cards yourself, monsters are the Gungnir and the Senju, and the face-down card is the Vanity's Emptiness. And Nino just lost his Thunder King.
And that was a Mega Raptor.
And now we're at the Mega Raptor. So he's burning through his resources. And it doesn't look like there's anything he can do against that Gungnir at the moment. What is he waiting? Like, what does he want to draw here?
With what he's currently got?
Yep.
Anything that's going to summon a token is going to help him out. But if he gets one of his tuners, he is well on his way.
All right. So, rumor has it that there's a compulsory evacuation device face down on Nino's side of the field. And he just flipped. What is that card?
Now, looking at our app here, we can see that there's 2 mistakes that are on the field, but that is a mistake. There is not 2 mistakes. Unless you count the mistake on the app of the mistake.
Yeah. It's not a compulsory, it's the other card that starts with compulsory. I'm going to find it. It's, no, that's not it. It's compulsory escape device. Each player chooses one monster they control, then shuffles it into the deck.
Ooh, that is pretty painful. Especially with Mistake being on the field. 2 effect failures for Simone, though. And the Vanities. That's going to stop any token plays.
Yeah, and Shuri'd as well. But no action, really.
No, nothing that can really happen.
So this
Mistake
game...
shutting things down again.
Yeah, so this game has turned into a Mexican standoff, really. With both players not being able to apply any pressure and just looking at each other like, make your move.
There's another Mega Raptor. I believe.
Certainly looks that way. And that should be pretty good news for Nino, who just needs he's got an aerial recharge, and he activates it right away. So I think he's gonna get some tokens for the first time. You can special summon one Mecha-Phantom Beast token. And during each player's end phase, you tribute a token or a Mecha-Phantom Beast monster, or you send it to the graveyard. So once per turn you can special summon a token, which is really good if you have the Mega Raptor out, because it means you're going to get another one.
Yeah, you're going to get several tokens. Now, unfortunately, Vanity's Emptiness is face down, meaning that nothing is going to get special summoned. Well, it really depends whether Simone is feeling up to stopping himself from special summoning as well. He doesn't really have much in his hand to really help against that. He can drop an Effect Veiler just to stop the second token special summoning.
Yep. And he seems to be happy with that.
And there's the Effect Veiler.
There's the Effect Veiler. Yeah, good call. So during the end phase, the token leaves the field again after an attack, of course. And Nino, who is just on 1,900 life points, suddenly got something again.
Yeah, he does seem to have a bit of an advantage at the moment.
All right. So we got Simone's hand, another Effect Veiler, Assure It. That doesn't do much.
Okay, so he's passed. Vanity's Emptiness has stopped that from working. And
so basically, Simone is kind of out of options. Nino's got a monster. So he's just going to poke.
And it's a mathematician,
Mathematician.
as well, so
okay.
he is going to be able to...
So he just puts Simone on a bigger clock. And that means he just needs 2 more turns to wrap this up. Like this turn and another one, I think.
Now, looking at Simone's field there, you may see that there's a set card. That is a Shared Ride, which isn't doing anything because of mistake.
Yeah, so very, very good news for Nino. If Simone fails to draw into a monster or find some other way of protection, he will be forced to set the Shred, which is not going to do much, not going to be in his interest. And I think just 1 turn later, Nino might be turning this around and take Mecha-Phantom Beast to their first victory in the feature match.
Not really doing what it's intended to.
Not exactly.
No, not at all. Like, if we'd seen some... There's not even been a token played. No, sorry, there was 1 token played.
Yeah, there was 1 token played.
It didn't last long. And sure, it is being set.
Yep.
And a Book of Eclipse is also...
Yeah. So, an option for Simone to buy himself another turn, but at the cost of Nino drawing more cards, which is not going to be high on the list of things he wants to see, really.
So, Book of Eclipse is happening, which is getting rid of the Vanity's Emptiness as well. But it is going to set up a draw for Nino, though.
Should not just be 1 draw. 2 cards, in fact, for each card flipped. And he's added another monster, that's the Mecha-Phantom Beast O-Lion.
Yes. Now, the O-Lion is his tuner.
It's an interesting situation. Simone failing to draw into something live again. He's got his... this should not be up to date on the right-hand side. Oh, now we are... Oh, he drew into a second copy of Shared Ride.
It's not helping at all.
So these main deck cards that are really amazing for Nekroz mirror matches are really, really bad at the moment. Especially with a mistake on the field.
The O-Lion lets you extra normal summon.
And looking at that hand of Nino, there is more where that just came from. He drew into the Solemn Warning. Oof, that's rough.
Yeah.
Just needs 100.
Oh, that wasn't helping.
Yeah.
But there's the Armades as well.
All right, but Simone knows that this is over after an Armades hits play. That's also such a powerful card.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So you're going to stop anything that is going to stop you attacking. The Fiendish Chain is really, really nice.
We don't see it nearly often enough.
No,
Armades, considering how strong it is.
Yeah, I mean, it stops you from activating cards until the end of the damage step. And anything that's going to stop attacks isn't going to get activated.
All right, so 1-0 for Nino Zimmermann. Currently, both of these guys sitting on a 4-0 record. They are doing quite well indeed. In one of the largest European events. And Mecha-Phantom Beasts are taking the lead.
Now, hopefully we'll see a much more exciting second game.
Well, that game
the first game was exciting, but we didn't see what the decks do.
That's true. It looked a lot like an session of improvisation.
Like, we had Gungnir
Yeah,
hit
attacking.
the field, attacking.
And discarding cards like
and
crazy.
then we didn't get any tokens to actually see Mecha-Phantom Beast do what they do best. And then there was just no monsters coming out on the Nekroz side of the field. So we didn't see Nekroz put up a fight, which is a shame.
Yeah, so nothing really happened as scripted. And what is coming in from the side deck here?
Let's have a look and see exactly what we got. So, on the Nekroz side, we've got Denko Sekka, Royal Decree, Maxi, Mind Crush, and Mystical Space Typhoon. All of those could currently see play against Mecha-Phantom Beast, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And again, that Denko Sekka seems to be the all-star for the side decks today.
Yeah, Denko Sekka.
And what about Nino?
Now, I'm going to need your help again with this.
It's a Chaos Trap Hole, Mystical Space Typhoon, a Flying Sea, which is really good against Burning Abyss,
Yes.
but not so much against Nekroz.
No.
Non-fusion area,
That's probably for Shadow more than anything.
I guess. And then we got a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, as well as a Light Imprisoning Mirror. Both of these not very helpful here.
And a Penguin Soldier.
Yes!
Penguin Soldier new meta. The Penguin Soldier. Penguin Soldier's great. Return 2 cards to the hand. It's better than anything else. 2 cards. 2 targets. I know you have to set it and then flip it. It's like any trap card. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost as good as the Trigger Loop with anti-spell fragrance.
Yeah.
Just I think we're going to see that a little bit more often.
Probably.
That
But
doesn't
you
make
can't
it
do
better.
the Trivial Loop in Mecha-Phantom Beast. You can do Penguin Soldier in Mecha-Phantom Beast.
Yep, definitely. He's probably going to play it for Chainburn or something. Because as we learned yesterday, interviewing Claudio Kirchmeier, whenever you're playing in Germany, there's going to be Chainburn. All right, so Nino Zimmermann kicked things off in the second game with a Mega Raptor. We've seen this card a couple of times.
Yeah, quite a few. There's also one in hand as well. There's a Chaos Trap Hole ready for Denko Sekka, Scapegoat, and a Mystical Space Typhoon. And the Scapegoat hits the field, and suddenly that Raptor's looking a bit scarier.
And it's also interesting with the Chaos Trap Hole. When we talked to Ali after his match against Lucas Prince, and Lucas Prince was running Chaos Trap Hole, Ali said he's not convinced that this is a good card. There are way too few targets in the Nekroz deck to hit it with. While it is crucial to hit Denko Sekka, it's not worth it to pay 2,000 life points for a card that is so situational.
I guess.
But Lucas and a few other guys, there was another player coming up to me and said, hey, you want to know my special tech? Chaos Trap Hole. So it seems like...
It's very, very either side. We'll see if it pays off. Because we've not seen it... Did we see it played? I think we saw it played once.
We saw it played, yeah, on a Manju or Senju.
Well, there's Senju, Manju, and Denko Sekka, which is essentially almost 7, 8 cards that you can use it against. Now, Vanity's Emptiness there, not making him very happy until he chains Mystical Space Typhoon, completely clearing his board. And he's got set up to play a Synchro, which he's going to do by the look of it. And that is for a 5, which is an Armides.
Wow, that didn't take long.
And there's some more tokens with the effect of O-Lion. O-Lion can banish, and then he can normal summon again. So he's getting a huge field out now.
Yeah, and was I correct that Simone was flipping the Royal Decree?
No, he was flipping the Vanity's Emptiness, and then to stop any Synchro summons that might happen, Mystical Space Typhoon got changed, destroying Royal Decree, which auto-destroyed Vanity's Emptiness.
On the other card,
yeah.
Which happened to be Royal Decree. I see it. So the 1-2 punch for Nino with the MST, destroying not just the other card, but also Vanity's Emptiness.
Oh, dearie me. Yes, because they gain the level of all of the tokens that are on the field as well. So he can overlay into 2 level 10s, He's going to swing for 2,000 damage and then attack for game.
Wow,
And
what?
that's probably why Mecha-Phantom Beasts have been winning, because they can make 2 level 10s.
And you can see Simone is shaking his head. He's like, what just happened? What in the world?
Oh my.
And Nino Zimmermann is like, yep, this is what my deck is supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Wow.
And
So, now we see exactly why Mecha-Phantom Beast work.
Yep. And, well, or in case you blinked, you didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a lot of attacking with an Archimedes to stop any sort of effects happening until the end of the damage step there. Attack with 2 Mega Raptors, overlay into the rank 10, which a name escapes me at the moment, unless it's a... Is it in the... No, they didn't even bother putting it into the app.
The
it was
judge,
that quick.
our helpers were like, okay, this game is over.
And then it burns for 2,000, which is a 1-turn kill.
Yeah.
1-turn kill Mecha-Phantom Beast.
And
there you go. You saw it on stream here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you blinked.
Unless you blink. Because it
Wow.
was suddenly over.
What a blowout. Even more explosive than the Penguin Soldier play that you explained before.
Oh, I didn't play Penguin Soldier.
Could have been better. Yeah, there would have been ways for this game to be even more epic, but I think we got our money's worth here.
Yeah, definitely.
And okay, so what do you think about the first game? We had a couple of you guys on the stream pointing out that the Effect Veiler was dropped at the, well, not correct moment, let's just put it that way. Do you agree with that?
There was 2 Effect Veilers in hand
Yeah.
at that point, wasn't there? It was strange to... It was when he was going to drop it, but the problem was I don't think he actually ended up using the effect at all in the first game, simply because it was a case of, I'm just going to play some monsters because you don't have any. The game 1, as I say, wasn't about playing the deck you were playing.
No.
It was about, I've got some monsters and I'm going to attack you.
Game 1 was a very strange affair, yeah.
Game 2 was when you saw what the deck did.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And wow, did it go off in spectacular fashion. I had no idea that it can be this explosive.
That's really nice.
Yeah, Nino told me it's really good. Nobody sees it coming, but wow.
I would have liked to see the new Exy monster, which he is running a copy of, because it, as I said, gets rid of the hand, does crazy things. But I'll settle for a 1-turn kill.
All right.
I'll settle for that. That's fine.
We're gonna sit down with Nino in just a second to talk about Mecha-Phantom Beasts. Anything on your mind that you want to know? Like, first of all, how do you come up with the
that? That's what I want to know.